friends! Today I'm super excited to share with you guys some different resources that I've found for editing your book. And these are resources that can be a book or it can also be a website resource as well. So I figured that I would share this video with you guys so that you guys can check these things out if you haven't checked them out yet. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, be sure to subscribe and give me a like with a thumbs up. Okay, so number one, I'll just start off with a shameless plug here. If you've seen any of my editing series videos this month, I kind of was doing just a series on editors where I was interviewing them, where they were talking about their love for the written word and also helping writers just get better words out into the world and getting their stories into the world in a way that it's going to just change the world. So be sure to check out those videos in the editing series that I did this month. We do have a couple more coming out this month, so be sure to keep your eyes open for those. Super exciting. So be sure to hit the bell if you want to be notified, or bell wherever the bell is on here. Hit the bell if you'd like to be notified of future editing interviews and writer interviews and writerly chats like this. The second resource I would say is great for editing would be, I'm just going to throw this one in here, and it's called Self-Editing for Fiction Writers, How to Edit Yourself into Print. I'm almost done with it. It's a really good book. I'm going to be doing my own video on just this book where I'm going to be sharing my thoughts on it, what I took away from it, what I learned and everything. So it's all just going to be on this book. So I'll be sure to share more information on this soon. But this is a really good book. I would add it to your editing collection. So this is going to be the third one, third resource. This is one I do not have yet, just because mainly I'm saving up my money to get a copy of this, because this is something that any indie publisher or author or anybody that just wants to be able to know the correct usage of that comma or that semicolon or certain words, this is one that you would want to have. This is the Chicago Manual of Style. But another great thing I learned from Chris Spizak was that you can actually go on their website and you can look up things on their website as well. So another one that you're going to want to have, this is number 4 for your editing resources. Since I just mentioned Chris, her book, Get a Grip on Your Grammar. This is really good because it has just a bunch of information. So it's like, it's got teenage versus teenage versus teenaged. So then you know what the correct one is. So this is a good resource too. Like she's got taught versus taught, than versus then, since versus because. So I mean, just really great information. You can also go to her website, getagriponyourgrammar.com, and she has a bunch of great stuff on there as well. So also sign up for her newsletter. She sends out her editing word tips in her email as well. So this is also a really good resource, though, you guys. Go buy the book, go support her. She's a great person, as well as sign up for her newsletter and check out her website. So those will count for resources 4 and 5, the book and the website. And I'm just going to throw this one in here. This one's kind of like writing, editing resource, but as you guys know, I love Save the Cat, and I know some people might not, but this is a really good book. So like if you haven't read it yet, and you know, like you're in the editing phase, I think it's always really helpful to kind of go back to your beats and see if they're the same as how you beated them out, how you wrote them out there at the beginning versus how your book is now. So if your book has changed since your first beat sheet, your first outline, you should go over your outline and change it so that it matches your book. Then you're going to be able to see the progression of your story easier on like 1 or 2 pages, since your beat sheet is going to be there in front of you and you'll be able to have that next to you while you're editing your book. Another one is the Story Genius. This is really good too. I know authors and writers who have gone through this before writing their book, but then after going and writing their book, they've gone through and kind of like answered all the questions and kind of just done each step of the exercises to get a deeper sense of who their character is. And I feel like those are some of the things that we're looking at when we're editing our books as well, is not just like grammar and punctuation and whatnot, but also story and your character, and is your character growing or not. So this is definitely another one that I would recommend. Number 8, this is a really good one too. I would recommend, especially if you like to do like short stories and personal essays too. This one has some really good information in here for some editing, as well as short story contests and formatting, cover letters and pitch letters and stuff like that. So this is a really good book. I would also put this into my little pile. And one thing I have heard from many different editors is that the Story Grid is an amazing book that you should add to your editing resources. I haven't bought it yet. That's another book I am waiting to get, but I'm really excited because I've been checking out his website, and the website is so helpful, you guys. So be sure to check out the website. I'll put it down here below. But also be sure to go on there, and you can download some of these other little booklets that they have for free. And they've been so helpful. I've been going through it and reading them, and it's been so eye-opening and so good. So definitely add that to your editing resources as well. So I believe that was the last one, you guys. Those are all wonderful resources that I've heard work really good for many different people, and some of the ones that work really good for me. So I hope that you had a great time watching this, and that you maybe found a new book resource to add to your editing shelf. See you guys next time. Bye.